juice. What's the word? You're now tuned into Got the Juice, where the real ones stay in motion and the underground don't sleep. We're tapping in with the hottest artists, breaking down bars and putting the culture on notice for who's next in the music scene. If you're located in the Midwest and you have any audio engineering needs, mixing, mastering, recording, tap in with my boy Genie Mixed It. His contact information will be listed below in the description. I want to give a shout out to the man behind the cam, Pixel Boss Productions. If you need any music videos, promotional pieces, photography, hit him up. His contact information will also be listed in the description below. Today, we got one of the hottest artists in the music scene right now. His music is doing numbers through all social media platforms. He goes by many names, but you might as well start calling him Mr. Go Baby. Without further ado, T-5, what's good?
Go, baby. You so crazy, I like that. Go, baby. You so crazy, I like that. Go, baby. You so crazy, I like that. Go, baby. You so crazy. Let me rock your body. We ain't gotta tell nobody. Want them rats like Roddy. Make a leak like she on potty. Like Princess Tiani. Keep everything private. On a jet, we flying over the.
What up, Juice?
What's up? What's happening?
Bro? Damn.
Back like you never left, right?
Man, you already know, man. Just got to keep thriving in this business. You feel
just
me?
keep thriving for sure. First and foremost, let the people know where you're coming from.
Oh, man, I'm from the DMI, 515 all day, man. Midwest. If you don't know, we in the middle of the map, Des Moines, Iowa.
Yeah. I've heard people say DMI, and I'm not from here. So is there a deeper meaning to that, or is it just like Des Moines, Iowa?
Man, hey, you know, we get that question all the time, but when I was probably like, man, I might have been like maybe 12 years old when I heard this, and they would say it's Dirty Money Island.
See, that's what I heard too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I fuck with that.
Yeah.
You know, I fuck with that.
So we just carried that shit along. You feel me?
Yeah, Dirty Money Island. So born and raised.
Yeah.
In Des Moines.
Yep.
What side of the city?
East side all day.
On the east side?
Yeah, you see me throw it up.
Okay. All right. When I was doing my research on you and your music and your catalog and career, I noticed that you'd mentioned knowledge, wisdom, love, and sacrifice. Mm-hmm. Can you go a little bit deeper into what that means to you? Like why you feel like you gotta say that?
Because I feel like those four things are like key components to like surviving in life. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I stand for, and it's something that's those four things is what's pushing me into what I'm doing right now.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, just for two of them that you said, like knowledge and sacrifice, you gotta have the knowledge when you in the game and when you doing this, and then there's some things that you do gotta sacrifice, like your time.
For sure.
You know, and just being about the business and not being about the personal. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice that, and some people, they don't accept that a lot. You know.
Yeah.
So.
With that being said, do you feel that when you're moving around in different music scenes, like we'll get into it a little later, but like you did a trip to New York recently, right?
Right.
Do you feel like a lot of people count Iowa out?
Oh, for sure, man. Because we're just such a small city, and it's just it's easy to overlook something that's so small.
Yeah.
You know, but that's why, you know, people like me and you are here. Mm-hmm. You know, we're trying to make it bigger, or, you know, maybe make it more recognizable to the world, you know, because we do have talent here.
Yeah.
Feel me?
If someone was like, shit, what is there to do in Iowa? Or like, is there actually talent in Iowa? What would you tell them?
Well, there's definitely talent here. Yeah. Like, you know, like I said, but as far as like something to do, it's, you know, I look at Iowa more like, Iowa in general, like it's more for a place for you to raise your family, you know. But like I said, there are people that are talented here that are trying to create that nightlife, and that have been outside of here that try to bring that back. But, you know, sometimes like you don't get enough support from the small town or from the small state or whatever. So you got to go outside and try to bring it back home.
Yeah, yeah. Who would you say introduced you to music?
Oh, man. I would definitely say my pops, God rest his soul. But, you know, he put me on, like, you know, back in, you know, Temptations, Marvin Gaye, you know, stuff like that. My grandma, too, like, she was a big David Ruffin fan. So, you know, it was really those two that really put me on the music. But my mom, she kind of put me more on the, not like on the oldies, but she brought me to like the New Edition, to, you know, those type of cats and stuff like that. So it was more of a little swagger, right, you know, with them, you know, with the R&B tip. But no, I would definitely say those three for sure.
I'm glad you said that too, because a lot of the artists that I've been interviewing, I'm like, would you ever want to do some R&B? Like, I'm not saying like them singing, right?
Right.
But I'm like, damn, get somebody to sing on it or like sample some R&B. And some of them have been like, you know, but like back in the day,
Man, what?
Hey, the women were going for the R&B singers. They weren't going for the rappers, you know?
At all, bro. No, the R&B singers was definitely killing it back in the G.
Yeah.
So,
how would you describe your music and like the vibe that it gives people?
Just like you said, I think it really gives vibes. You know what I'm saying? It's very, I wouldn't say like low key, but I would say it's authentic. You know, I tend to talk about a lot of things that are going on in my life. You know, but it's spontaneous too, though. You know, you never know what I'm about to come with. You know, it could be a West Coast bop, it could be East Coast street. You know what I'm saying? Or I can give you something from the Midwest, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people haven't heard that yet, and now it's time for me to bring that out.
I got you. Who would you say was your biggest, like, influence in music? Like, whether you were, like, a kid and you were like, oh, damn, I just stumbled upon, like, DMX or 50 Cent.
50 Cent.
You know what I'm saying?
50 Cent,
and
man.
I say that, too, because I remember I was in 3rd grade and the first CD I ever bought was Get Rich or Die Trying.
Bro, that's the first CD that my mom ever bought me that was rap. Now, hey, it wasn't the explicit version. Just let y'all know, she was on that. It wasn't the explicit version, but I talked to my stepdad. He made sure I got the explicit version though. You feel me? So it wasn't. She got me the edited version, but my stepdad made sure I got the cursing version, so I could really. But 50 Cent, he was it. That was my guy, though. I thought I was 50 Cent in middle school,
I think everybody thought they were 50 Cent.
Bro, I had the do-rag, the G-Unit chain, G-Unit shoes. I had it all, man. We used to call our crew as G-Unit, bro.
I'm not going to lie. I think I was in 6th grade. I had a G-Unit shirt, like, going to school with them.
Bro.
I'm like,
bro, when he hit, it was just like a wave, bro.
It was hard. It was hard.
Bro.
I think, would you say, like, obviously, like, if you go back to the 90s, right, you got like Pac and Biggie and like their rap beef, but like for us as kids,
right,
that was the first like real big one.
Ja and 50?
Yeah, Ja and 50, yeah.
Bro, but he just like, it wasn't even like, he just dominated him though, bro. And I feel like that's what made 50 so bigger, bro. But then the fact that like, how he can come from the rapping standpoint and then be the businessman, that's what like, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. He's on to something.
Mogul 5, though.
5.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, it's not just about the artistry. It's about being bigger than the artist, though. And there's nothing wrong with being an artist, but I'm saying you want to always be bigger than that, too, though.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I think that's a great segue to ask you some questions about some artists.
Okay, for sure.
I'm going to give you a list of some artists, and you need to choose which one you like more, and you need to tell me why.
Oh, okay. Elaborate. All right, yeah.
And it's kind of funny because I know you just mentioned, like, you can have, like, someday you might be on a West Coast beat. Someday you might be on a, you know, like an East Coast New York beat.
Right.
Or you might be on a Midwest, like, theme beat, right?
Right.
I put these artists together just because I was, like, listening to music. And then I looked at it and I was like, damn, it might be an East Coast against West Coast type.
Yeah,
like questions, and I'm not trying to, but I gotta ask it, right?
Oh man,
because you're connected on both sides, so I
facts.
Yeah, so I'm sorry for those listening, but I gotta ask these questions.
Man, I'm about to go out to LA.
Yeah. So you better pick the right answer, right?
I bet.
All right, the first group of artists that I want you to choose is T-5.I.V.E or Mozzie.
Oh, I'm going Davies all the way.
Davies?
Yeah.
Why? Why compared to Mozzie?
I ain't gonna lie, cause Davies always been like he's been my favorite rapper ever since like he came out like, what was that, like 2014, 15
Yep.
or whatever. I ain't gonna lie, I listened to Dave East a lot more, and I actually met Dave East too. You know what I'm saying? I met my favorite rapper. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I got to kick it with him and everything. So
Yeah.
I definitely say Dave East. I ain't really got. I seen Mozzie before at Rolling Loud, but I never got to kick it with him. And I listened to his music, but not as much as Dave East.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, he's just gonna bypass. Like I saw Mozzie at Rolling Loud. Like Rolling Loud's not one of the biggest festivals like that happens around the country.
Right.
How'd you end up at Rolling Loud?
Man, I was my guy, my manager actually, he's really brothers with Prophet. I don't know if you guys know who Prophet is, but he's a big activist in the music industry.
Okay.
So we was out there for him, and he was doing something for Rolling Loud, and we got to be in the background, the scenes and everything, and see everything. And Mozzie came in with his crew. They was wearing all black and everything. You know what I'm saying? And but no, it was cool, bro. I got to meet a lot of people. Like,
How is it kind of getting a little taste of what it is to be in like a big production like that? Because there's a lot of people that go to Rolling Loud, like fans and artists.
Man, it was amazing. Like, cause sometimes like when you see people on a TV screen, it's like, dang man, am I ever going to get to meet them?
Yeah.
And then when they're in front of your face, it's like, oh, I don't really know what to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, do I go and say, how are they? Like, you just want to know more about them. Like, if they're cool, if they're not cool, whatever the case may be. But I just enjoy every moment that I'm in, bro, and being in the present and in the experiences always well. You know?
I've read before too that like sometimes when people meet their favorite artist, it doesn't go how they thought it was gonna go.
Right.
So like I feel like that might keep people from like, oh, you're in the same place, I might not say hi to you.
Right.
Until you're big enough that they have to come say hi to you.
Man,
which is kind of crazy.
No, it is. It's super crazy. But see, I never like meeting Dave East, bro. It was just like
we gotta go into that. How'd you meet him?
Sure. We was actually gonna bring him here to Des Moines, and then things didn't work out. But I went out there to New York to shoot a video, the Deli remix to T-5.I.V.E. I went out there to shoot that, and then it just so happened that we was able to run into Dave East and then get the promo vid for him, and then actually kick it with him for a couple hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. My experience, like, it wasn't bad like that. You know, it's just regular, like how me and you are talking.
Yeah. That's dope. All right, the next couple artists is Larry June or Primo Rice.
I'm gonna go Larry.
And I asked that question with those two artists because I feel like you do be on some player shit.
Facts.
When you're talking in your music.
Facts.
So I'm like, who's more player than like Larry June or Primo Rice?
Bro, Primo go crazy though.
I know he does.
Hey, Primo, yeah, you do go crazy though. I fuck with you, bro. But nah, I'm gonna go Larry. I've been listening to Larry a lot more though.
Yup, Larry's dope.
Yeah.
Okay, this is gonna be a good one.
Oh,
and
shit.
I'm asking this question because I think back to when I was a kid, and we just talked about 50.
Right.
05 50 or 05 game? Dead.
Why you do that, bro? Why you do that, bro?
The middle of the beef. Because remember, Game dropped 300 bars and running, and he laid out the whole G Unit. But it's 50 Cent.
Bruh, can I just take a drink?
Yeah, you can take a drink. You can take a drink.
Bro, because that's tough. Because I can't, man. 05 Game, they don't understand what 05 Game was, bro. And you just mentioned 300 bars, too.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, dog.
That was, for you guys that are listening back here, I'll give a little backstory. 300 bars. The Game was into it with 50 Cent, and I swear to God, it was like a 15-minute straight just diss track. Like, beat switched through the whole 15 minutes, did not take a breath.
At all.
At all. Just like
300 bars and running.
Yeah, yep.
But you know what? I'm going to say 0550. You know why? Because he was in Game's pocket. Anything that Game put out, 50 was able to make something off of that.
Yeah.
But 05 Game, like, and if y'all don't know, I actually, I have like a friendship with Game too. You know what I'm saying? We very cool. But I mean, I just gotta tell it how it is, man. When somebody's already in your pocket like that, bro, I gotta go with the 0550. But don't ever sleep on the 05 game. He was actually running shit.
Yeah,
for sure.
It was hard.
He was definitely running shit. Yeah.
It was hard.
My bad, bro.
No, you're good. Can you talk to me about your 5 mix era?
Oh, okay, yeah. So that was just kind of like a Dave East, the Dave East mix. You know what I'm saying? I was just getting on everybody's beat. Like I think I got on Coil Ray's beat, Bout Me. I got on one of Dave East's beats, I think too. There's a couple other remixes that I did, but they're just remixes, man. And I'm about to definitely come back with that series.
That was my next question. Like,
Yeah.
have you been eyeing some songs where you're like, I could remix that, I could do that?
Man, I actually I did. What's the song with Bass Swag and Cash Cobain? Not the new one. The one that was going crazy last year. I forgot what that song's called.
I can't remember.
What's that song called? The one by Cash Cobain and Bass Swag, bro.
Bass Swag just dropped. I know he just dropped on his own. That Drink. That shit's going crazy.
Not Drink. The very first one that they did.
I know. I can hear it in my.
Yeah, that one. What's that song called?
It's on like that like fast like beat, right? It's
Yeah.
Like, dun,
but I did that one.
Yeah.
Damn. I did that one.
You did that? You haven't released it?
I didn't release it though.
Damn. Okay.
I didn't release it. I was going to, but I didn't release it. But I think the last one I did was Ice Spice Deli. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all go check that out. That shit
got some numbers on there too.
No.
The visual goes crazy too.
No, yeah, with all the kids and shit. Yeah. That shit. I did that in the Bronx, man. Hey, man, shout out to Cortland Ave. That's my niggas over there. You feel me? Oh God.
I think it's good to move on to this question, right? Because I noticed that in your music, you always mention Mud Diamonds.
Yeah.
Tell the people what Mud Diamonds is and what it means to you and all that.
So Mud Diamonds is my brand. You know what I'm saying? So it's my brand. I started it with Kilo Kels. Actually, he actually came up with the name. You know what I'm saying? Then I just like, hey, bro, I like that. Let's do something with that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then Mud Diamond is what it is. But it's basically like embracing the pressure. You know what I'm saying? When you're getting it out the mud and stuff like that, it's a struggle. But also with them struggles, it comes with the diamond. You know what I'm saying? When you get to the finish line, that's what you receive. Mm-hmm. And now you a diamond, and can't nobody take that away from you.
I fuck with that.
You feel me?
I fuck with that. You always hear people say like, I got it out the mud, or like pressure builds, pressure makes diamonds. But I don't think I've ever heard anybody put it together.
Right.
Like you just did.
Yeah. Because we really live that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we really live. And then you got to understand when it comes with Mud Diamonds, bro, like, it's going to be some losses, but those losses they're gonna count as wins eventually, bro. Mm-hmm. When you look back at it, you know what I mean. But that's for people that really understand, the business that we're in right now. And this is like we're really in the business. I don't think people get that. Like we're really doing this. It's not nothing that's fake, or it's not nothing that's just for Des Moines, Iowa. Like we're really taking this like globally. Bro,
yeah. Do you think you have that mindset because you want to go globally, but also bring it back here?
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Because like we go back to what we was talking about earlier, man. It's just like we have so much talent here, and so why not me go out here and get the resources and bring it back to the city that for the people that actually really want it and know what it takes to really do this. And that way we can change the narrative on some things too, about this city and even about the hip hop game. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking to change the narrative about a lot of things. You know what I mean? I call myself Mogul 5, but I'm not trying to be like a Diddy or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm actually looking to like put myself in different places, like in businesses and things like that, and that way we can create the opportunities for more people that are talented, and then when they get in this music game, they got more opportunities outside of just making music.
Yeah. Yep. I fuck with that because
right.
people don't think that far ahead.
Right.
You're actually taking not the selfish route.
Right.
Right? Because you could pop. All like fully pop, right? You're moving right now. You got shit moving right now, but like, say you know, record labels are calling, or maybe you want to stay independent, but you got some real big motion going on. To be able to sit here and say like, hey, like, I understand that this place is missing this, and I can bring something back to help maybe people that were in my position before.
Exactly.
And I didn't get no help.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I like that because it's easy to just get blinded by like the money or, you know, that type of stuff.
I tell my little bro all the time, I'm like, man, I'm going to make the mistakes for you. You know, because when you get in here, this game, you ain't going to have to worry about nothing. I already did it for you. And I truly mean that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to have to struggle the same way that I did when I got into this situation. Because I've been on the outside looking in, and I'm like, oh, man, as soon as I get in there, it's going to be easy. And then when I got in there, it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot. It takes, like I said, it takes a lot of losses to gain that win. And some people just don't get that. They think that it's so easy when you jump in because I got a hot song or whatever. They don't know how to market that song or whatever. They don't know what it takes to get out here and actually get their song put on.
Yeah,
so.
I like that. You did a Midwest promotional tour with an actor from Power, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about that, because you were promoting a single at the time too, weren't you?
Yeah, we was promoting Tim Duncan.
Yeah. Tim Duncan. Oh shit, Tim Duncan goes hard too. The beat on that is crazy. I don't know where you found it, but the beat on Tim Duncan is crazy.
Shout out to KJ. What's I think it's the Hurricane West dude. Hurricane Wisdom. KJ produced that, or he made that beat.
Okay.
That beat that he going crazy. Yeah. So KJ's on Tim Duncan.
Okay.
He go crazy. KJ's definitely. Shout out to KJ for sure.
Let's talk about the tour with the Power actor.
Oh, so Alex Lepre.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was something that I was already like putting it together for about like 2 years. I just couldn't like make it all connect or whatever. And shout out to Alex Lepre, the beautiful Alex Lepre, and then her whole crew. They was amazing on the whole tour. I appreciate you guys. But yeah, man, I just was able to connect with some of my Midwest guys, and you know, and then we was able to promote our single, just for a 2-for-1 type of deal.
Yeah.
And then also bring, you know, somebody that was at the time was very noticeable because her show was actually playing as we're like going through the tour. So that was so dope about it, you know. And then and I ain't gonna lie, the dopest city on that whole tour was Omaha.
Really?
Yeah, Omaha was the dopest. Shout out to Crush.
We've interviewed people from Omaha too. And
Yeah.
They say it's kind of live out there.
Oh, it's lit out in Omaha. Shout out to Omaha, man. God. Shout out to my boy Big Tate too, man.
Shout out. So you went to Omaha? Where else you
go? We went to Indianapolis, Indiana, and then we went to Kansas City, which is Kansas City, Missouri, which is her hometown. I don't think Kansas City is her hometown, but she is from Missouri, though.
Okay, yeah. I got you.
And she brought her, like, you know, her sisters and family and everything. It was cool.
That's dope.
Yeah, and her peoples came out. It was dope. It was really dope.
That's
man,
dope.
For real.
And you had a show here, like a promotional spot here.
So like, we did Des Moines, Iowa too, and actually the day that we brought her here, the last episode was airing.
Oh, damn.
That day. So it was just, it all came together, bro. It was love, for real.
Think about it, too. Like, you were patient. You said it was 2 years in the making.
Yeah, 2 years, about 2 or 3 years.
You know how many people would have been like, fuck that.
Yeah,
this
just
shit ain't working.
It. Yeah. Nah, man, we caught her at the right time.
Yeah.
Man. She was going crazy, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's dope. Can you also walk me through your like intro series too? Because you have a couple intros. You got like intro 1, intro 2, intro like mic check. You know what I'm saying? So can you what are the reasons for those?
So like intro, I don't like to put like a name on a lot of songs if I'm just going in. You know what I'm saying? Or just speaking some real shit. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's just something about, I like the series of things. Like, how can I say it? Like when Kendrick Lamar does the Heart Part 1, Heart Part 2, Heart Part 3, or 4, 5, and 6. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's kind of what I'm trying to build, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So on Ryder Muzik, which is going to be the tape that I'm about to put out, you'll hear the intro 3.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So anything that I'm about to put out, you always gonna hear the intro for it. It's gonna be a continued series.
Okay.
After that. So,
Okay. Y'all better tap into that because he put you on game for that one.
For sure.
I know you just mentioned Ryder Muzik, and this is kind of crazy. You remember that song you made with that honor roll kid?
My boy.
Where you're sitting in the car and you got the USB.
Yeah.
And you're like, he's like, "What's this?" And you're like, "It's Ryder Muzik."
Facts.
That's the name of the tape that you're gonna drop?
Yeah, man.
Damn.
Yes, bro.
That's full circle.
Yeah.
That's full, for me. It's full circle.
No,
right?
for sure, bro.
Because I'm doing the research on it. I'm trying to like figure it out, but damn. And I was like, damn. I wonder when he's gonna drop a tape or he's gonna drop a project.
Right.
But to hear it kind of goes back to that. That's pretty dope. Yeah.
I'm just the type of person like, man, I don't wanna oversaturate myself. And like I told you, just off camera, like I like to be incognito, but I'm learning to like get myself out there. But Ryder Muzik is just gonna be like, it's more like, if you ever heard 50 Cent's Ryder Muzik, it's more like it's gonna be a new genre of music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Something that you can be in your car listening to, blah, 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 you know what I mean? So it's gonna be more like that. But nah, definitely shout out to Kid though, man, because he definitely put on for the put him on.
I think it's a great time to break down some bars if you're ready.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for sure.
All right, I'll start the bar and I'll have you finish it.
Damn, man.
All right. You gotta remember. You gotta remember them. You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
All right, bet.
All right. So the first one is in the bodega, she on the pantry.
5'9" Brown looking like Bambi.
Could you tell us what song that was?
That's Deli.
That's Deli.
T-5.I.V.E remix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What made you remix her song?
My manager actually told me to do that.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I didn't even like, I don't even think I was like feeling the beat like that. Mm-hmm. But then my manager he was like, man, you should remix this song and then come out and do a video to it in the hood, in the projects actually. And I'm like, all right, bet, I'll do that. And then I just went in. You know
did go in on that, yeah.
That's my
how are you feeling like that type of beat, like the sound? Like, do you like it, or is it just something different?
The drill?
Yeah, like the New York drill is very different.
It's like when it comes to beats, bro. I don't know. It's like I just really gotta like it. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody tells me like to do it, obviously I can just get on there and do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, sometimes it's not like I always feel a beat all the time, bro. It's like I really have to like really like it. But it can be from anywhere.
Okay.
It can be from East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, or down south.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I gotta feel it though.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. When I first heard the New York drill like beat, I was like, I don't know how I feel about it, but it grows on you.
No, it does. It definitely
grows
does.
on you,
No,
especially like the guys that you mentioned earlier, like what was it? Who was it?
Davies.
No, the guy who made Drink.
Oh, Bay Swag and Cash Cobain.
Yeah, like when they get it, it's like sexy, like a sexy drill.
Sexy drill type,
yeah.
But see, like
the ladies gotta love that shit over there.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, when I first started rapping, like it was all about like the lyrics and like the punchlines and stuff like that. Like that's what I was like really into, like, you know what I mean? So East Coast, it's always been about that type of rap.
I got you.
And then now I see how they're transitioning into, and then I'm kind of, I'm transitioning to that as well. You know what I'm saying? Just like with the West Coast.
I got you. All right, the next one is, when you're sitting on your name, used to run a route like a Great Dane. What comes after that?
Sorry. Dang, hold on.
You want me to say it again?
Say it again for me. Damn.
When you're sitting on your name, used to run a route like a Great Dane.
Sitting on a route, used to run a route like a Great Dane.
I can read you the whole thing.
Can you read the bars before that?
No, I don't have the bars before that.
Damn.
I only got the bars after.
What's the bars after?
So it goes, when you're sitting on your name, used to run a route like a Great Dane. Felt my career ended like Booby.
Felt my career ended like Booby. Oh, dang. Felt my career ended like Booby. Now I'm on some business shit. Missing wisdom talks with my cousin Tootie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was Meek Mill, Expensive Pain remix. Yeah, 5 mix.
Yeah. Walk me through those bars. Like, walk me through the whole booby thing and like your cousin Tootie and all that kind of stuff?
So my cousin Tootie do hair.
Okay.
You know, so and then me and her, you know, back in the day and stuff like that, we used to have a lot of talks. Like, you know, she used to give me a lot of wisdom on, you know, females or anything like that, or just in life in general and stuff like that. But you know, sometimes you just reminisce about having those talks with some of your family members, and I miss those days, you know. So that's why I said that. But used to run the route like a Great Dane. Like I used to play football for Drake, and I was a big, you know, football star here, and you know, and I don't run the rock no more. But I used to run that route like a Great Dane, if that made sense, you know. And you know, I was like a Boobie Miles. I didn't get injured or nothing like that serious, but like on that type of stature level, like I was supposed to be like one of the guys that go to the NFL type, you know.
Yeah.
That was looked at as to go to the NFL coming out of Des Moines, Iowa.
Yeah, that's dope. I heard that bar and I was like, run a route like a Great Dane.
Yeah.
What is it, Dane? And I was like, oh, the bus. But it's also football.
It's also football,
So I was like, oh, shit.
You used to run that route like a Great Dane, but like a buck, for sure. They ain't running into no trees.
That's crazy.
Thanks.
All right, the next one is, I must be talking fast, you must be listening slow.
I must be talking fast, you must be listening. See, bro, damn, man. I'm on the drink, too, got the juice. I got the juice, and then, like, man, bro. And so this is the thing. So many bars be going through my head, bro. So it's like, it's hard for me to, like, remember everything, you know what I mean? So say it again for me.
It says, I must be talking fast, you must be listening slow.
Damn, man, you got to give me something like before
That's
that.
all I got. That's all I got.
You must be talking fast.
Can I give you the video, what it looked like in the video?
What's the video look like?
It almost seems like you're in like a big, like, for a lack of a better term, like a barn. And there's a bunch of people in the barn. You got like games and shit in the back. There's like a couch in the middle.
Oh, Charlie Sheen?
I don't know if it's Charlie Sheen. It might be Charlie.
You said a barn.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen, I want to say.
And it's not even you're not even rapping at that point. It's just the intro of the song.
This is the intro of this.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you must be talking too fast. What? You must be listening slow. Yeah. First intro.
Why did you feel like you needed to say that?
You must be talking too fast. What? You must be listening slow. Sometimes I feel like when you do talk too fast, they not gonna hear you. You know what I'm saying?
But are you saying that? Let me tell you what. When I heard it, and then I heard the rest of the song.
Right.
I felt like when you said that, you were almost talking about like your rap. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Maybe not necessarily. I have this, see, that's what I'm saying. I got to start putting out this music because I have a song that's, it's called, it's not called Timing. What is it called? Matter of fact, I haven't came up with a name with it, but I'm talking about like that. But it's talking about like, I'm talking slow so you can really get to the people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then I think at that time, I was rapping fast. You might be right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. Because I think I was rapping fast at that time.
Yeah.
And then I'm saying like, but I'm really speaking some shit, but you're listening slow.
Yeah.
Because at that time it was more of a faster, Midwestern type of rap for me. I was just starting.
Yeah.
That's what you were right.
And,
My bad.
and I heard that and I was like, I bet someone has told them like, damn, or maybe someone has listened and they thought you were off beat.
Oh, for sure.
But you weren't. Like, if you really pay attention to how you were structuring the cadence to the beat, like, you were on beat. They were just not picking it up fast enough.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's what I took from it.
Shit. No,
that's what
dope.
I took from it.
That's dope as hell, bro. And you know what? That's crazy he came up because I ain't never really think about that.
It could be two meanings, right? It could be like, you're just not literally, I'm telling you something and you're not listening.
But you're not listening, yeah.
But it could also, to me, how I, like, once I listen to the song, I'm like, oh, damn, I bet you, like, subconsciously, like someone was like, "Oh, you're rapping too fast, you're off beat," but you're on beat and you're saying something, so it's like a double meaning. You're not catching it.
But they was listening slow.
Yeah, they were listening slow. You get what I'm saying?
Bro, that's dope as hell, bro.
That's what I thought from it, but that's why I wrote that down, because I wanted to kind of talk about that to see if you even thought it was like something like that.
Right,
you
no,
know?
for sure. I definitely didn't. Hey, that's a good point out for sure, bro.
The next couple lines, hopefully, let's see if you can get these.
Man, I know I've been struggling, bro. God dang.
All right. Too many hoes on the team. I might as well make a union.
Keep them bro hoes away. Might as well start a movement.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan, for sure. Yeah.
What made you say that? Like, the funny part about it is the whole union thing. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm just, at that time, I'm just like, so the crazy thing is with Tim Duncan, like my manager, man, shout out to T-5.I.V.E, he made me rewrite my whole verse.
Why? Just cause? Or
Man,
what?
because my boy Kilo Kells was killing me on that shit. He went
He
crazy
came in
with
pretty
that.
crazy.
No, he did. No, I'm about to
He
usher
came in
on
pretty
the
crazy.
bitch. Yeah, that shit was hard. But like my verse wasn't even like, it wasn't. It was cool, but it just wasn't like up to the standards that it should have been at or whatever. So I remember being in the airport. I was in California and I rewrote that whole verse or whatever. And then I just seen these like, it was like 5 females in the airport or whatever. And they was just like walking together or whatever. And that's what I came up with, like the union shit, like a union, and then movement, because they was all walking. It was like they was walking in sync together. So that's why I came up with that, bro. Because I was in the airport and I was literally watching these 5 females, and they was just walking together, bro. That's how that shit came about together.
Damn, I had a completely different thought on why you said union and movement.
Nah, bro, it's because union is together.
Yeah.
And then they was just moving.
Yeah.
Movement. That's how I came up with it, bro. Just that's simple, bro. Like literally.
I'm over here, I'm thinking when you say union, right? Because you're talking about like creating a union, like maybe like you take them home, do a threesome, create a union, right?
Nah.
But like in my head, I'm like, union. What? And I immediately think of like people who work like trades.
Yeah.
They're in a union.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, facts.
So there's a bunch of women. Okay, that makes sense, right? Let's make a movement. I'm thinking like it's a movement. You know how like P. Diddy back in the day made the wow, shit. It was like the vote, something to do with like,
oh yeah, when he cut his when he cut his hair or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
no,
yeah.
that was like when he was doing the jogging thing.
it was like
the voting
voter
shit.
like vote or die.
Yeah, vote or die.
Like
yeah,
a
yeah,
movement.
Yeah, like a movement. Yeah.
Whereas that's what I thought you were saying with the broke bitches.
Yeah. Well,
Like start a movement, like protest, like
type shit. No, now you could take it that way, but at the time that's just like, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't even know, like I might have been like going through some shit or whatever, like, man, I gotta keep that away, you know what I'm saying? And I might as well just start a movement. But I swear to you, bro, I was literally looking at those girls and it just came. That's why I said spontaneous. It just comes in my head, bro, and I jot it down and let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's it. I mean, that's the way that you came up with that in the airport. That's pretty funny.
But that's the thing, bro. You always wanna. That's the creativity of all this. You always wanna like give everybody a side to choose on.
Yeah.
It can mean that side, or it can mean whatever the other side that he's saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you catch yourself jotting shit down all the time?
All the time.
Like on
bro.
your phone? Are you when you? I guess this is another good question. So, A, do you catch yourself doing it all the time? B, do you write or do you like punch in?
I write, bro.
You write?
Yeah. Being from Drake and stuff like that, I had to go to like English class and stuff like that. Yeah, I was writing. You know what I'm saying? That's how I usually do my music. I don't. I like to freestyle. I don't like to freestyle. That's what I'm sorry. I don't like to freestyle, but I can freestyle. But I'd rather like be able to think about it. It's better for me to be able to jot it down.
Yeah.
So if I ever come up with like 8 bars or something like that, I'll make sure I get it down.
I got
and just
you.
leave it there. You know.
Yeah, that's dope. Damn, that's a good explanation of that. All right, this might be the last one. All right.
Okay.
You know it's my titty.
You know what my titty, I mean, it's my city. Go, man. You know it's my titty, I mean, it's my city. I mean, everybody should know where I got that from. If you haven't watched fucking Rush Hour, then you're fucking sleeping. Dead ass, bro. Well, yeah, I got that from Rush Hour 2 from Chris Tucker. For sure.
The rest of the bar says, make one wish, you know I'm like Genie.
Shout out to my boy Genie.
Shout out to Genie.
Yep.
Genie mixed it.
Actually, and Genie, that wasn't about Genie. So
I just figured you were like throwing him a alley-oop, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I am now.
Oh, okay.
but it wasn't about, when I made that, so like, I made the verse, the whole hook and the song before I even found the beat.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, Genie was already in there, but then I went and recorded with Genie. It just, shit just happens like to come that way, bro.
Yeah.
But no, alley-oop to Genie though, for sure. He made it sound really good.
In that song, you mentioned Major Galore. I need to know the top 5 females in the game right now.
Top 5 females in the game, like rapping or just look
just visually. Because she's an artist.
Yeah.
But when you mention her, is it visually or is it musically?
Oh, it's visually for sure.
Okay,
yeah.
so then
I love me a Major Galore.
With that being said, let's get the top 5 in your head visually.
Visually.
Yeah. Back in the day, they used to say like Halle Berry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
J-Lo.
But like right now, who would you say?
Man, I definitely got to throw Lotto in there. She looking nice.
She losing weight?
She's losing weight.
She losing weight.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Damn, man.
Major Galore.
Major Galore, yeah.
Okay.
See, but look, I gotta get off the light skins real quick, cause they gonna try to get me for that.
Yeah, give the Dark Queen some love.
Man, let me go ahead and throw Ruby Rose, man. Sorry, Drewski. I mean, I know you had her, but I'm coming for that next.
Ruby Rose. Okay.
I got 3 in there right now.
2.
Got 2 more now.
I got 3 in there. You said Major Galore.
Lotto.
Okay, Lotto.
Yeah.
Damn. Lotto's bad.
Lotto. That's what. Yeah, I thought you get because you said she's losing weight.
No, I thought you said. It wasn't Lotto.
It was Lotto.
Oh, was it Lotto?
Yeah, I said Lotto.
Damn, who the hell was I thinking?
Yeah, Lotto ain't losing no weight. She looking real nice. For real. Nah, Lotto.
Damn, my bad, Lotto.
Major Galore, and then I just said Ruby Rose. She's bad. I ain't gonna lie. She's super
Ruby Rose?
bad. Who's the Kalani?
She's bad.
Kalani.
That's what she
my God. Kalani, yes.
You reposted her the other day.
Yeah, yes. I sure shout out to Kalani.
Hey,
Salute.
shout out to Kalani.
Look, I'm gonna make.
She got the juice.
Hey, she got the juice.
She got
for
the
sure.
juice.
Oh my God.
Damn.
But Kalani, and then, damn man, if she didn't fuck my boy Tory Lanez up, I would have said Megan Thee Stallion, but I can't go.
She did him dirty.
Yeah, I can't fuck with her.
Free Lanes.
Man, who's the Damn, she's an actor, man.
I'm still trying to think of who the hell I was thinking of when you said Lotto.
I don't know who you was thinking of.
I don't know who I was thinking of either. Shit. But she's bad. Lotto's bad. Yeah.
No, Lotto's bad. Lotto's bad as hell.
She's bad.
But it's a actor. Man, she's in what's the name of that movie? It's called What's Inside. But I don't know her name though, man. Somebody look that up.
Yeah,
What's
we need
Inside?
some assistance.
Yeah, we need some assistance for that. For real. What's Inside? Main characters, just light skinned chick.
Damn, I'm gonna look up who I thought you were talking about when you mentioned Lotto.
Yeah, you said she was losing weight. Like, damn man, that's how you feel? That's how you feel?
No, she don't need to lose weight.
No, Lotto's straight. Yeah, Lotto's good.
Yeah, Lotto's straight.
Yeah. No, I was saying whoever girl you was thinking of, she must have said she had to lose some weight.
God damn.
He thought I was talking about what's her name?
She got canceled. What is her name?
I know you talking about, bro.
She got in trouble for some doing.
Haley, Kenya, no, Lautenbach.
Lautenbach.
Yeah. That don't even sound.
Lautenbach, bro. No, that ain't her, man.
That don't even sound close.
Nah, man. We could come up. We could, huh?
Nina.
Nina, is she the main character?
What is it?
What's Inside? It was on Netflix. I like her. I don't know why. She's very plain though. Very plain.
Who's the chick who sings? Damn, what is her name, bro? She had that.
I think that might be her. Let me.
We need assistance.
No, bro. That's definitely not her.
Hey, just look at that.
What's the
Haley Kiana.
Bart. That's what I was saying. That's who he said.
Oh, Lautenbach.
Yeah,
Lautenbach. That's it. There we have my man. I didn't know. Right. She don't look like a Lautenbach, bro. Come on now. She don't look like a Lautenbach.
Bro, I remember. I now know who I was thinking of when you said Lotto.
Who?
My stupid ass. I thought I confused Lotto with Lizzo.
Oh, bro. Oh, man. I mean, hey, shout out to Lizzo, though. She's losing that weight.
She's losing that weight.
No, that's...
I definitely thought that was her, but shout out to Lotto.
No, shout out to Lotto.
Shout out to Lotto.
I like Lautenbach, though.
She's top 5?
Lotto's
top 5 pick?
Lautenbach?
Yeah.
Yeah, she top 5.
Damn. I'll have to look her up.
Look her up, bro. She's nice. And in the movie, she don't think she's nice. Oh, y'all gotta watch the movie. My bad. Y'all gotta watch the movie. My bad.
Oh shit! All right, bro. Let's move on. Let's keep going.
Yeah, for sure.
You just dropped "Go Baby."
Yes, sir.
It's going crazy in the streets.
Yeah.
Tell me how that song came about. Like, you just was writing one day and that shit just.
Like I said, I had already written a verse, and then I think y'all already know it's self-explanatory. When you hear that beat, and then the intro, and then just the build up, and then how it comes in, it was just, it just came together. So I was in my room. My little bro would tell you, I was in my room probably like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Had the shit turned up extra loud. Everybody can hear that shit. And then, bro, I just like put 2 and 2 together. Like, this just sounds nice. And it's that's just kind of like almost like a Playboy Cardi type of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it gives you that, like, I wouldn't say a drill, but more like a sexy drill almost type. I don't even know. Like, it's just so different, bro. And I just like the melodicness to it, and then how it just comes in, the build up of it.
The bass where it's like
yeah, when the bass of it, yeah, bro,
yeah.
all that. Like, it was just 1-on-1, bro. I had to take it.
That's dope. That's dope. Why do you enjoy recording out of the studio, like out of the booth?
Okay. You're funny, bro.
Because a lot of people don't do that.
Because so then I can, when like Jeannie's next to me, I can like, hey bro, I need you to do it like this, or you need to put more energy into it, or you know what I'm saying? So I have that person that's very supportive. Like sometimes like it's like a disconnect, like when you're in the booth and then the person's outside, you know what I'm saying? But with you having that person right next to you, and then when you're done recording, he can be like, hey bro, do it like this, or that was cool, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
It's just more for that.
Yeah.
It's comfortability.
And it doesn't, when you listen to your music, it doesn't sound like you recorded outside the booth.
Right.
It just sounds like you were in there.
Man, it took me a while to work on that. Like, my boy King E, he used to tell me all the time, like, bro, you got to start putting more. Because I would be one of those type that I'll just, not record, but I'll just, rap my, I have the beat playing and I'll just rap my song out to whoever's around me or whatever like that. Yeah. And he would always tell me, like, hey, bro, you got to put more feeling into what you're talking about so people can believe you or whatever. So that's what I always train myself now to do.
Okay. Do you think that's one of the biggest like learning curves you've had in making music?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure, bro.
Learning how to like really like get it how you want it to sound.
Yeah, and making sure like everything is not like repeated, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know how changing your flow and stuff like that. That's like, I don't think my problem has ever been what I'm saying, but it's just how I deliver it in the flow of everything. So that's always been the biggest challenge for me.
I got you. You just did a promotional run to some of the major outlets in New York City. Can you walk us through your trip to New York and what you did there and how you felt about it and all that?
Oh, it was very, very eventful. It did a lot for what we're trying to do. It did a lot for the Go Baby song, I think the biggest highlight of that trip was definitely being on Power 105.
That's major.
Yeah, super major, man. And shout out to DJ Will and shout out to Ace. You know, they put that record on there and it was getting played all over New York, you know, New York City. You know, so that was super big, man. And it's currently in rotation. Like you can hear that every Friday.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. How does that feel?
No, I mean, like Jeannie asked me the same when we was actually out there. Jeannie's always like, "Bro, you never like look excited. Like, are you excited about this?" But it's like, to me, it's like I already knew it was gonna happen. But it's like I want more. Like, you know what I mean? And not saying that I'm grateful for the moments and then, you know, the situations that we're in. But it's like I always want to strive for more. You know, let's get it on like 10 different stations at the same time now, you know? That's when I'm going to be satisfied.
Fuck with that. I feel like that's just Genie's, like, uplifting, like,
spirit,
facts, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, and I love that about him, you know what I'm saying? He definitely brings that positive energy and everything. He looks out, you know what I mean? He's not one of those guys that's, you know, shiesty or, you know, trying to scam. I think he really cares, and then he cares about the person that's actually trying to do something with their artistry.
Yeah, taking it seriously.
And take it seriously.
Yeah, if you take it seriously, he's like, let's
he's
go.
all in. Yeah,
let's
bro.
Go. Yeah,
so.
yep. Well, how was it going to the, what was that? It looked like it was like a purple background.
All dumb lit.
Yeah, how was that? Tell me about that.
Dumb lit is one of the very known like platforms out there besides like On the Radar, which will be going on there next when I go back out there.
That's dope.
But Dumb Lit is like that step before that. I felt in my eyes. But it was dope, man. I had the females in there. It's just it's a different type of element, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Actually, like when I posted that on my IG, like I got the most like reactions that I've had, you know what I'm saying, on my IG. With being on Dumb Lit, and actually that video is going to be dropping tomorrow, so it's going to be Dumb Lit.
by the time this is out, it'll be out for sure.
Yeah, it'll already be out. Yeah,
that's
for sure.
dope. Were you able to get in the studio or like link up with anybody out there, maybe to possibly make a song or anything like that?
Yeah, shout out to New Gotham City, or not New Gotham City, but New Gotham Studios. Yeah, that. I didn't, it was just me and my peoples.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Me, Kilo Kells, and Quan, we went in the studio, made a couple records. Jeannie was there to engineer and everything like that. But we didn't have anybody up there or anything like that. It was just more for the team.
I got you.
And, you know, getting things done and just keeping it moving. You know, with the songs and everything.
That's dope. What's coming up for T-5 going into the summer?
It's definitely to keep pushing that Go Baby, because it's just like, it's one of those songs that's going to last through the spring and it's going to last through the summertime. I feel like we're about to go out here to LA, more promotion on it, and going to go out to Texas at the end of April, you know, and then we're going to go, Houston actually, I'm sorry, and then we're going to go back out to New York. I'm actually going to be on DJ Drewski's Who's Up Next.
Okay.
I'm going to be performing. That's gonna be in May.
That's dope.
So I just got a lot of things coming up. Like I said, I got the Ryder Muzik coming up. It's just, and now it's all about just putting everything out there, bro. I feel like it's that time. I feel like I'm in a pocket right now to where, you know, I got some shit to say.
Yeah.
And I got the fans that's following now and building new fans and stuff like that. So you're gonna see us doing a lot of big shit here really, really, really soon.
That's dope. You want to give the people roughly 5 songs that they can check out?
For sure. So first song is Go Baby, for sure. That's the number one that's hitting. Check out that Put 'Em On, man. That's an East Coast banger. A lot of people like that song. If you want to hop on my YouTube, I got a lot of things on there. My very first song was Charlie Sheen. You guys want to check out how I kind of came up and, you know, and everything like that. I also like, of course, the Deli remix. That's a very famous song because of Ice Spice, things like that. And then also check out Second Intro too. Second Intro is like is one of those songs that I'm lyrically getting busy on there. So I mean, you know, but I got a lot of things coming. I know I haven't in the past. It's funny how I'm able to be where I'm at right now without releasing a lot of songs, but trust me, like this year, I'm definitely planning on releasing a lot more for you guys. I just don't want to oversaturate everybody. I don't want people to get tired of me. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But I know they're itching for more too, so I'm gonna bring that.
I want to mention this before I forget. If anytime in the future, let's just say hypothetically speaking, I was to do an event where maybe it's like a local celebrity like basketball pick like game.
Yeah.
Like an event though, like Get the Juice puts it on, we got vendors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd play?
Yeah, I play, bro. But nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You gotta let me be Pac, man, and above the rim. I'll probably be a coach out there. You know what I'm saying? With the bandana on.
I haven't really mentioned it, but I was just like, I bet T-5 is pretty good on the court.
Don't see. No, I'll get busy, but it's not. Now, if we talking like football or something like that, I'm for sure out there. But basketball, man, I'm pretty good with the strategy, man. You know what I'm saying? I can get them moved around the court. But no, I would. For anything for you, Juice. You already know I got you, brother.
Bet. It was a pleasure, my boy.
My boy.
I appreciate
you, Juice.
Thank you.
That's love, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.